Hey, dear ones, it is, let's see, it's June 16th on Read Through the Word. And, yeah, so let's just jump right into this conversation. Have you ever been asked to do something for someone? This is the result they wanted. They wanted it this way. They wanted this. And you got the result that they wanted. They got what they wanted. But the method or the manner in which you accomplished that did not meet their expectation. They didn't like your method. They didn't like how you accomplished the goal. That happens to me quite a bit and has happened to me a lot of times from a lot of different people. I don't know if I just think differently than other people and there's a goal and I get there, but I do it differently. And maybe it's because God wanted me to learn this lesson. The different is not wrong. And it's helped me learn to appreciate what someone does for me, whether it's done in the way in which I think it should be done or not. They did it, and it was accomplished. Check in the box. Yes, doesn't matter how you did it, you got it done, and I appreciate that. When the reverse happens, it happens to me, and somebody is not happy at how I did what they asked me to do, I get a little hot. That person appears to be unselfish. Appears to be selfish and self-centered. Ungrateful, unappreciative. They didn't tell me follow these steps. They just said do this. So that's kind of where we find ourselves today with Naaman. Naaman's got a little situation. He's got a little situation. At this time, Aramean raiders had invaded the land of Israel. Among the captives was a young girl who had been in Naaman's wife's maid. One day, the girl said to her mistress, "I wish my master would go to the prophet in Samaria. He would heal him of leprosy." Naaman, who's a mighty warrior, has leprosy. A disease. And this servant girl knows knows how he can get healed, and she knows where to go. So Naaman told the king, "Go and visit the prophet." The king said, "I'll send a letter of introduction. And when I present this letter, my servant Naaman, I want you to heal him of leprosy," the letter said. Well, when the king of Israel read the letter, he tore his clothes in dismay. And this man sends me this leper to heal. Who am I? Am I God that I can give him life and take it away? So I find it interesting that Elisha even cared that this whole situation. I mean, this is the king of Israel. King of Aram, an enemy. But he did. He stepped in and he heard what had happened. Who knows how they heard? They didn't have social media or courier. I don't know how he heard. But he heard of what had happened. So he told the king come on, send him my way. Well, the story. Elijah, well, hopefully you've read. Maybe I might be jumping the gun. Maybe you haven't read yet. But Elisha sends a messenger out to meet him and tells him what to do to get healed. Now, let's just notice in verse 9, Naaman went with his horses and chariots and waited at the door of Elisha's house. It's like, you're coming out here and healing me. But he didn't. He sent a messenger with instructions on what to do. And he walked away in rage. he says words like, I expected. Certainly he would come out. So Naaman was going to be healed if he would follow the instructions. Excuse me, healing would come. The result he wanted was healing. He was going to get healing. All he had to do was follow the instructions. He didn't like the manner or the method of the healing. Well, here's what I thought of when I read the story again. How ungrateful and unappreciative and self-centered and selfish am I when I treat God that way? Am I the only one? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm the only one that argues with God about the timing, the manner, and the method of how he is solving a problem that I have, maybe answering a prayer that I have. So I had these questions. Do I really want to argue with the one who has the instructions for my healing or the instructions for the situation that I'm in to solve this problem? Do I really want to argue with him? That's what Naaman's doing. Do you really want to argue with the one who has the power, who you went to, who has the power to heal you? Wendy, do you really want to argue with the one? Do I really want to complain about the manner in which my healing, my instructions, my resolution is going to come? Wendy, this will be healed. The situation will be resolved. But you need to go and seek forgiveness first. Well, I don't want that. That's a manner and a method I don't want anything to do with, because this is not my fault. You want healing, right, Wendy? You want this resolved, right? You want resolution in the relationship, then you're going to have to humble yourself. The method is forgiveness. Do I really want to turn away in rage like a spoiled brat because I don't like, that's strong, because I don't like the conversation with the one who can heal me? How often do I just go, forget it? Forget it, Lord. I'm just going to live in dysfunction. I'm just going to live unsatisfied. I'm just going to live unfulfilled in this situation because I'm not willing to follow your instructions. Do I really want to do that? When the instructions come, when I get word from the Lord through His Word, through a message, through some sort of some avenue, I get the instruction. I get what He wants me to do. I need to do 3 things. Lay down my expectations of how it's going to be done, when it's going to be done, and in what manner. I need to lay down my thoughts about the matter, which actually, when you lay down your thoughts and you lay down your expectations, you're really laying down your mouth. Zip it. In other words, zip it. Trust God and the ways, trust the one and the ways of the one, because He knows what is best for me. He knows I need forgiveness from that person. He knows I need to offer forgiveness to that person. Even if they don't want to accept it, the healing's going to come through that. He knows that is going to be restored by my humility. He knows that this health issue is going to be resolved if I would just go and seek medical attention. I would try this method. I would try this physician. That's in a physical sense. He knows that my financial situation would be a lot easier if I would be more generous. Not only to the church, to my local church, but also to my community with my time and the things in my home that I could give to someone, my talents, my gifts. He knows. He knows it all. Sometimes our expectations aren't met, but we get the result that we want. Let's not be ungrateful, spoiled, and I'm calling myself a brat. I'm definitely not going to call you that. But that's how I felt when I was writing this lesson. That is how I respond to God sometimes. Just like a spoiled brat. And I do not want to be a spoiled brat. I want to lay down my thoughts, my expectations. I want to keep my mouth shut. And I want to trust God because He knows what is best for me. And you know what? He knows what's best for you too. He does. What's best for us might not be that same method, but the end result is John 10:10, and that is a life that is full and abundant. Experiencing the God of Ephesians 3:20, the one who can do immeasurably more than anything we could think or ask. See you next time on Read Through the Word.